ladies and gentlemen.
It's time for the recap. Alright. Today was quite the day, huh? We open right here. Pretty unchanged. Slight gap up right on that CPI print. Still haven't seen any reports what they counted it on, but nevertheless, played this. Not my favorite today, but did catch 90% in the close there on SPY. So what's the setup? Well, goes without saying that anybody who says they know what's going to happen tomorrow is full of shit. We don't know. Our job is to react. So let's break it down. It is bearish that we closed under yesterday's close, and it is bullish that we closed over these lows. Okay, very simple. It is also for the rally bearish that we closed under these previous highs. So we're kind of unchanged. Now I'm gonna jump over to the NAMO. Okay, in the middle where it's been. One scenario here, because we do have a possible change of trend tomorrow. Now, in the last 6 months, they've been very swift. Literally, like, could be IB session or a day. You know, 5 years ago, they would last a week. It was easier to trade, but we're doing schizo trading. So a few videos ago, I pointed out this possible inverted head and shoulders on the NAMO. Translates here as well. So even if we sell tomorrow, okay, whether it's on PPI or the tariffs, and we'll get to that, this can still springboard higher. I think if it sells first and springboards higher, that's probably it for now. Now, I pointed out into close that they put a huge ES order here. Okay, this would be a higher low for the week. Okay, personally, not that it matters what I want, but I would want a we have that ghost up here. I put a bunch of alerts prior to the ghost. I actually have it exactly here on SPY. Because that's kind of what we were playing today, right? We got that ghost here and it is stationed right there. We have on SPX, we have a target 74 that is a missed target, you know, ballpark the same. So we need to go back there. However, my recent memory tells me that whenever we leave a target here on a setup like this, we usually go down before it checks out. So you need to gap up tomorrow. If you gap up tomorrow, especially, this is a wall into the close. Usually if we die down and the BX1D spikes, we'll grab calls, boom. Now we're taking calls based on the premiums. Now I said in the chat that I'm waiting on the 696s to become 20. Then it dawned on me that they wouldn't. And the reason I reacted to that and caught 90% was that I was watching the 699s. But then I'm thinking back to Friday, remember? Last week's Friday, and I'll just pull it up here because it's right here. I was saying all of Thursday that premiums were not decaying the way they should. Like, we'd been up here on Wednesday and premiums were holding nice. And yes, we did go up. However, anybody holding anything, I remember here, I had like a 4 or 5K dip and I wasn't holding anything. And obviously it turned out to be a fantastic day. But I think that's what's going on here. Because those 699 SPY calls, they went down to 7. They were holding 14 cents for a long time. Then they went all the way down to 7 and closed at 12, which is the bottom of the range, which is unusual to say the least. So I opted to play, you know, imagine double premium prices on the IV caught 90% on the 696 is scaled some, and hopefully I will get an early payout tomorrow, because any gap up, any open up here, I'm gonna sell all my shit. And the reason is that ES order. Now, there's something nobody's talking about regarding tomorrow. Yes, there's Iran, and yes, there's the tariff thing, and yes, there's the whole debacle with the Fed. But what if, since you know I specialize in this, what if tomorrow's function is to do a 180 on the tariff narrative itself? We're dividing up the world. It's very, very obvious that we're dividing up the world. Okay? What if tomorrow is, because we've been hearing again, oh, soon you won't have to pay income tax, blah, 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 blah. So they're locking down the world. They want to compartmentalize the world. They want to divide up all the resources, yada, 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 for the whole, prison planet thing, right? If you believe in the globe model. So I'm wondering if they're going to use tomorrow to flip the narrative. Now, let's go over to our friend the VIX. Anytime you have these huge spikes, right? You have a cup, pullback, handle. That's how the VIX works, right? Not always, but you see here, you got the cup, right? That's why I think tomorrow would be perfect to have two moves, okay? And it's our job to react. If you find yourself holding calls at open, see, CPI did this, and it was looking good, lower high, and I fucking hate that, because that means it's gonna be a bummer day, because the juice isn't gonna flow as nicely as it should, okay? You notice that you're buying these dips and it's kind of sticky, right? And that comes with experience in reading the market. So it's kind of like it's a bummer, because you gotta fucking wait till end of day for them to do something, right? So anyways, the VIX 1D is, it elevated itself and all that, and it's higher than it closed yesterday, which is great. So maybe we do get a slight gap up. The key is going to be that fucking ghost here. Now, if you undercut this is one spot, okay, and here, under here, good fucking night, see you later, it's over for now, right? The fractal has this fucking ripping face, so who knows, we have to react. But anyways, if you're in profit at open, for the love of your port, take profit, because at some point they're going to shake and bake the premiums, probably both ways, if they drop the tariff stuff. If they kick the can down the road, we'll get a dip, they'll shave the premiums, will go up. I don't know what will actually happen. Now, OPEX Friday, heading into a 3-day weekend, plenty of distraction, Iran, tariffs, the Fed, you fucking name it. JPM had ass earnings, or did they? Okay, this has to do with Apple Card, right? Took out fucking 4 weeks, boom, boom, boom. Now, let me show you something. This is very interesting. So there's the ghost, right? We came awfully close, didn't hit. Okay, end of day, absolute massive flow and dark pool coming in, right? Especially flow. Insane. Okay? Got Dow Jones coming in with the dark pool. Okay, fantastic. QQQ fucking nowhere to be found. Okay? Now, here's something interesting. The biggest dark pool print today was actually here. We got one here for the sell. Actually, it was here, sorry. And then this ripped and we got it as a buy at the same spot. Okay? Very, very confusing and interesting. You see here, they came in today and bought that amount of dark pool at close. Currently we're under it, but that was a buy. Okay, you saw that MOC, it was a decent buy. So you're telling me you're fucking buying and selling at essentially the same price. So no one knows. Therefore, again, I repeat, if you are in profit tomorrow at open, just take it. Okay? Now yes, I was in Coinbase today. Woohoo, a little bit of an after hours pump. Who cares? These fuckers are still like, look at how these are lagging. Like massive lag. Okay, who uses Coinbase? Right? Okay, Hood. Better company, right? Okay, but so Bitcoin's up there, markets at all-time highs. Where you at? Okay, where are you? This shit sucked today. This shit was just like god awful. But again, look, the whole Zionist regime and AI and all this shit isn't gonna fly without this. So I will still be a good. I mean, it went to the gap, right, and bounced. So if this goes, fucking A. Otherwise, 2 gaps, right? But I was only in a starter size and took next week's 640s. Okay. I love my kids, but I fucking love Baba green candles. Okay, so either way, like today there was some Nvidia news. That's what, you know, popped. This was because of China and then faded, and Trump was talking and he could only fucking muster up a 401k pump. This one, or maybe it was that one. It was this one. Okay, fucking whatever, who cares. But Baba, since we called it so hard and we made a lot of money on it since here, then we called a couple of days of fuckery, yes, and then boom boom. Let's see if China is strong tonight. Okay, and if China is shit, it'll let you know everything you need to know about the Middle East, and if it's good, it'll let you know everything you need to know about the Middle East. And I know there was a lot of huffing and puffing about fucking 25% tariffs on anybody that does business with Iran. I mean, look at the fucking currency. Who cares? Okay. So again, don't have a bias into tomorrow. I think this is going to be all about Friday into that 3-day weekend. And if for whatever reason, you know the upside targets, watch the MA video if you haven't. If we find ourselves up there, I am gonna be rocking some long puts. Now tomorrow, again, trend change. This can mean fucking lights out that comes back. This can mean mega big mic that fades. Anything's possible tomorrow. So all hands on deck. We're all gonna chip in and help. That's what we do best, and let's have a good fucking day. Before I retreat into the train station here, ha ha ha. Tomorrow's gigs is gaping wide open. Look at this shit. There's fucking nothing stopping. They're like, you can absolutely nuke tomorrow. Doesn't mean you don't go tag that ghost. Doesn't mean you don't go up there. Like tomorrow has too much room for juice. I mean, that looks crazy. Let's take a look at Thursday. Does it give us, I mean, what? You can fucking hit 698 and 681 and everything in between. And we might. So if you don't know how to play karate, watch. If you know how to play karate, you might want to wear a cup. Okay? Because these next few days are going to be crazy. It's so fucking crazy nobody's talking about the Japanese yen, right? It is looking pretty fucking spicy to me, almost at 160. That ain't good. Okay. Okay. It's broken out. Need I remind you? about the carry trade. Okay? Sushi. Fucking snorting wasabi over here. That's not good. So yeah, I get it. That digital dog shit is, you know. And then you got the fucking silver issue and gold issue, right? But again, that is not over the top by any means yet. Let's check in on silver here. Yeah, so oh yeah, one thing I wanted to say here regarding these tariffs. Okay, you know, for instance, yeah, that's why I pulled up Costco. So Costco's already, you know, fucking sued the administration, right? Gap down doesn't come in. There's a ghost. Boom. If the tariffs are shit, this will rip. If they're good, this will dunk. So something to think about. Anyways, guys, God bless. See you on the Moontrain.